It's crazy. I talk to business owners all the time who think they need to build more and more ways to capture leads. But actually, they are just making their lives harder for absolutely no reason at all. Look, I get it. You see other businesses with multiple landing pages and email lists, and you think you're missing out. But in reality, most people end up with two confused, really messed up systems instead of one that actually brings in customers. And as someone running a service business, this stuff gets expensive fast. So today, I want to walk you through when building a second funnel, which is basically another way to capture and follow up with leads, actually makes sense. And I'll show you how to tell when it's just going to stress you out and waste your money. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. Before you even think about building something new, you need to know if what you have now is actually working. So walk me through this. Someone finds your business online, right? Maybe they Google something and find your website. Then what happens? Do they sign up for your free guide? Do they actually open the emails you send them? Do any of them actually book a call with you or buy something? I'm asking because if people aren't doing these things with your current setup, adding another setup isn't going to help. It's like having a leaky bucket and thinking, you know what I need? Another bucket. No, the real problem here is that you have holes wasting your water. So even if you had 4, and all 4 buckets are holding as much water as a basket would, you will still have the exact same issue on your hands, okay? I see this happen constantly. Someone's website isn't getting enough people to sign up, so they want to create another website with a different free offer. But if people didn't want the first thing, why would they want the second thing? Usually the problem is something else entirely. So before we go anywhere else, you've got to be honest about whether your current system is actually working. Okay, let's say your current system is working pretty well. People are finding you, signing up, opening emails, and some are becoming customers. Now we can talk about whether you're ready for a second system. But first, you need to answer these 3 questions honestly. Question 1, do you actually have time for this? I'm serious about this one. Right now, how long does it take you to write your weekly emails? How quickly do you follow up when someone signs up for your free thing? How often do you look at your numbers to see what's working? If you're already behind on any of this stuff, adding another system will just make you more behind. You'll end up doing a poor job with both instead of doing a great job with one. Now, question 2. Are you trying to reach completely different people? This is where most people mess up. They think, oh, I'll create one funnel for small businesses and one for bigger companies. But if both types of companies have the same basic problem that you solve, you probably don't need separate systems. Now, if you're a consultant who helps restaurants in one system and then wants to help gyms in another system, that's different. Those are really different businesses with different problems. And finally, question 3. Will this confuse people? Imagine someone finds your business and sees you have 2 different free guides. Are they going to wonder which one to pick? Are they going to think you're not sure what you do? If you can't easily explain why someone would pick one over the other, that's a problem. All right, so when does building a second system actually make sense? Here are some instances where I've seen it work. 1, you're really serving 2 totally different types of customers. Like I mentioned before, if you help restaurants and you want to start helping gyms, these businesses have completely different challenges. A restaurant owner cares about food costs and customer turnover. A gym owner cares about memberships and equipment. You'd talk to them totally differently. 2, maybe you just want to test something completely different. Maybe right now you offer a free checklist and people who download it tend to be do-it-yourself types who take a while to buy anything. But you're thinking about offering a free mini course instead, which might attract people who are more ready to invest in help. That's worth testing with a separate system. And the last instance that comes to mind is when you're expanding to new areas. Say you've been working with local businesses in your city, and now you want to try working with businesses across the country. Your local approach might not work nationally, so you'd want to test a different message. Notice something about all these examples. They're not just slightly different, they're really different. Different people, different problems, different solutions. Now let me save you some headaches by sharing some of the not so great reasons I see for building a second funnel. My current funnel isn't getting enough signups, so I need another option. Nope. If your current system isn't working, the problem isn't that you need more systems. The problem is that something's wrong with what you have. Maybe your free offer isn't appealing. Maybe your website is confusing. Maybe you're targeting the wrong people. Fix that first. Bad reason number 2. I see my competitors with multiple free offers, and I feel like I'm missing out. What you're seeing might be them testing things. And by the way, just because someone else is doing something doesn't mean it's working for them. And even if it is working for them, that doesn't mean it'll work for you. It is better to try and focus on your own business. And number 3, I have a new idea for a free guide. Ideas are fun, but they're not reasons to complicate your business. You can often test new ideas within your current system before building something completely separate. People always ask me, how long should I wait before I build another funnel? There's no magic number, but here's what I tell everyone. Spend way more time making your current system better than you think you need to. Try different headlines on your website. Test different free offers. Write better emails. Really understand who your best customers are and what made them decide to work with you. Most people who do this work realize their current system can do way more than they thought. They find simple changes that bring in more customers without building anything new. Only when you've really squeezed everything you can out of your current system should you even think about adding complexity. Here's your homework after watching this video. Go through your current system step by step. Look at every place where people might leave instead of moving to the next step. Make a list of things that could be better. I bet you will find at least 3 things you could improve right now that would get you more customers without building anything new. Only after you've made those improvements and your current system is humming along should you go back to those 3 questions I asked earlier. And if you do decide you're ready for a second system, start small. Think of it as an experiment, not a permanent part of your business. See how it compares to your main system before you commit to managing both long-term. Look, at the end of the day, you don't win by having the most systems. You win by having systems that bring you great customers who pay you well. Sometimes that's one really good system. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 that serve different purposes. But it's never about more for the sake of more. If you want help figuring out what's not working in your current system, I've got a free checklist that walks you through exactly what to look for. It's made specifically for service businesses like yours, and it'll help you spot the problems that are costing you customers. Once you know what's broken, you can fix those specific things instead of just building more stuff on top of a shaky foundation. The link's in the description below. This has been Rita with ClicksandThings.com. Do see you in the next one.